Hello. Today I will show you how to use the application toWALL. toWALL is an app made to control MuxLab. Opening the app for the first time, we can see this message. Please be sure to follow these instructions before continuing. First, we will configure the MuxLab controller. By tapping the three dots in the upper right-hand corner, we will enter the settings menu. Tap Set up IP address. Here, you can input the IP of the MuxLab, target ID, the number of sources, as well as the username and password for your MuxLab controller. There is also the option to set a password to lock the settings. To save your settings, tap the red save icon in the bottom right-hand corner. To configure wall settings, tap Wall Settings. Here, we can add a new wall, disable a wall, and customize the text of a wall. Let's first add a new wall. Here, we can set the height, width, and bezel of the desired wall in both inches and centimeters. By pressing Next, we can configure the dimensions of the wall. Notice, you can move the wall by simply pressing down on the wall and moving to the desired location. You can now press the green arrow in the bottom right-hand corner to send a video to the wall to test your settings. If there needs to be any changes, you can press the back button in the top left corner or press the yellow configuration button in the bottom left-hand corner. By opening the configuration settings, we can easily shift and scale the wall to your specific needs. When done, press the red save button in the bottom right-hand corner. If we press back, we can go to the home screen and see the wall that we've created. If we want to add another wall, we can go back to the settings and press New Wall. Here, we can configure the size and dimensions of the wall if need be. If we now go to the wall settings, we can press Enable/Disable Wall and we can add a new wall preset. To add a new wall preset, press the plus icon in the bottom right-hand corner. Here we can see the layout in which we can create our new wall. Let us press 1 and 2 to create a 1x2 wall. When we are done with the wall, we can press the checkmark button in the bottom right-hand corner. This will save our first wall to our preset. Now we can press 5, 6, 8, and 9 to create a 2x2 wall. And by pressing 4 and 7, we can create another 1x2 wall. Notice, 3 is an individual screen. Now, pressing the Save button, we can choose either to save it as a preset or to use it for one time. If we want each entry to be an individual screen, we can press Enable and Disable Wall again. Press on 1, and then press Save. This will automatically make all other entries individual screens. Notice, going back to the home screen, there is now a preset button in the bottom right-hand corner. To edit the preset text, we can go back to the settings and press Edit Preset Text. For example, we will change the second preset to indicate individual screens. Now, pressing the icon again, we can see our change. Pressing page 1 single, we can see our preset. We can also change the inputs for each individual device using the input mode. Going to the next screen, we have our other wall. Clicking on the icon in the bottom, we can also switch back to the first preset that we made. Using the input mode, we can set the input for each device. Now pressing the settings, we can use tap to wall to reboot all MuxLab devices. Tap to wall also allows you to use setup commands in RS-232. Inputting in hex code will turn on the device, and inputting the proper hex code will also turn off the device. For your convenience, hex files can be written in a text file. If we go back to home, we can now see that there is a button. Pressing the remote button, we have the option of turning on and turning off the devices. Also, if we go back to the settings, we can change the background. Now if we go back to home, we can see our changes. That is all. Have a nice day.